Greetings of love and blessing, friends and family. This is RasTafari welcoming you to another episode of the Now Church in the name of the One Most High, Jah, RasTafari, Jesus Christus, Haile Selassie, King Alpha and Queen Omega. This episode is entitled Hermetic Philosophy is Based on African Spirituality, Part 1. I have seen several bloggers and YouTubers attempting to debunk books and statements linking Hermetic teachings to ancient Egypt, also known as Khemet. Their arguments appear reasonable on the surface, but when we dig deeper, the Africa hypothesis is still solid. For example, it is known that Hermes was a Greek deity. Hermes has a whole Greek backstory and teachings with references to Greek culture and tradition. Those facts are used to assert that Hermes' teachings have no origin in Khemet. Let's look a little closer. Greeks of the time and historians admit that Hermes Trismegistus is a Greek version of the Khemetic deity Thoth. Thoth legend says that he invented writing, and Hermes is said to have invented writing. Thoth, also called Tahuti, was the god of the moon, wisdom, knowledge, writing, hieroglyphics, science, magic, art, and judgment. Ancient Khemet perceived him as the scribe of the gods, the ape of equilibrium who reported the results of the weighing of the deceased's heart against the feather of Ma'at. He was regarded as one, self-begotten and self-produced, master of both physical and divine law. He made the calculations for the establishment of the heavens, stars, earth, and everything in them. The Greeks ascribed to him astronomy, astrology, numerology, mathematics, geometry, surveying, medicine, botany, theology, civilized government, the alphabet, reading, and oratory. Hermes was originally their god of trade, wealth, luck, fertility, animal husbandry, sleep, language, thieves, and travel. He was the messenger of the gods. Hermes Trismegistus, which means 3 times great, was the merging of the god Hermes with Thoth of Khemet. It is Trismegistus who is considered the master teacher who wrote the Hermetica. Greeks in the Ptolemaic period of Egypt recognized the equivalence of Hermes and Thoth and worshipped both deities as one at Hermopolis. The Hermetic writings refer often to Thoth and Amun. The debunkers use that fact that those writings featured Greco-Babylonian astrology as opposed to Khemetic astrology to say that it did not come from Khemet. The answer is that the Khemetic teachers would have advised their Greek students to adapt the teachings to the Greek culture. In addition to that, over time, the teachings would naturally change to fit the culture. How did Hermes get the title thrice great? It was derived from an epithet of Thoth at the temple of Esna. Thoth, the great, the great, the great. Debunkers use Isaac Casaubon's statement of 1614 that the writings were certainly not written by an all-wise Egyptian priest, but by unknown Greeks using Greek philosophy of the period, Platonism, and Stoicism, combined with Jewish and Persian influences. What motive would the Greek writers have to attribute the Hermetic teachings to an ancient Egyptian if none of it was actually from Egypt? I happily concede that the Greek writings were not written by Thoth, but they were informed by and based on Thoth's teachings and legend. One glaring oversight in that debunking effort is that Plato's teachings were based on his studies in Egypt with philosopher priests. Pythagoras also studied under Khemetic priests at Heliopolis. Solon, an Athenian statesman, apparently gathered information from Khemetic priests as well when he was a young man. Hermetic philosophy is panentheist, which means God is the supreme and separate from all creation, but also encompasses all creation as part of himself, sometimes known as the One. Hermeticism is based on as above, so below, which we see reflected in Khemet, where the three main pyramids are laid out exactly as the three stars in the belt of Orion. Among the Egyptians, the scarab beetle was not a god, but a symbol of God the Creator, because it rolls a ball between its feet and gets its eggs to hatch from that, just as the Creator rolls the world, and that appears as if it is making life from rolling the world. Thank you for paying attention to part 1. Please stay tuned for part 2. Blessed love, friends and family of the Now Church. Be well and give thanks and praises in the name of the One Most High, Ixia-Bir Amlak, Jah RasTafari, Haile Selassie, King Alpha and Queen Omega. Be blessed, Aya, Idrin, one and all.